Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another video. So in this one, we're going to be talking about the importance of investing and why you should definitely be investing at 50 and at any age really. But I've been seeing a lot of older people asking me a lot of questions lately about what I'm into, my investing. A lot of people have seen me from the YouTube content and the how to grow on YouTube content, and people are trying to start over and kind of figure out how to get their life on track and figure out where they want to go from where they're currently at. And I think it's really slept on the importance of investing because so many people, especially at the point where you're like 50 plus, you grew up in a completely different time. It was sufficient to just save money in your bank account. But now inflation is so bad that the one guaranteed way that you're going to lose your money if you have it is if you're saving your money in your bank account. If you have your money in cash, if you have it in a bank account, if you're not focusing on having assets and you're buying a bunch of liabilities and things like that, you're not going to be able to make your money stretch longer and have money to pass down or to build a strong foundation for your family and things like that. Whatever your goals and objectives is, your money should be being invested. That's the only way you can keep up with inflation in this day and age. And for those who don't know what inflation is, it's basically the government printing unlimited amounts of money that devalues the value of your currency. That's essentially what it is. And it's a big problem. Like back in the day, like this is way long ago. Essentially, for every dollar we had, it was associated with gold. It was like a ratio where our dollars were backed by gold. That's what it was. Like that's why the dollars had value to begin with. But it's been a long time now where it's no longer backed by gold. The dollar isn't backed by anything. Like the dollar is just the dollar now, and that's why it's becoming more and more worthless. And the only way that you can compete with the rate that they're printing money now is literally by investing in the newer technology. Now, if you've heard of Bitcoin, which most people probably have at this point in time, the value in Bitcoin is the fact that you can't just print more of it. You can't make more of it. It's a limited amount of Bitcoin. It's the only thing that we know right now that there can never be any more of it. There's only this amount. Like gold, you can always mine for some more gold. You can always look for some more gold. It's probably more gold elsewhere. It's just, people aren't really, digging for gold like they once was, like when the gold rush first popped off. Like, but there's more gold. There's more gold. There's more of everything else. The only thing that's definitely a finite amount is Bitcoin. And that's the problem that Bitcoin is attempting to solve. Bitcoin is attempting to become the digital gold because we're moving into the digital age. Where do we spend most of our time? We spend most of our time on the internet. Even when you have jobs, like regular jobs outside of the internet, what are you using? You're using technology and you're using the internet. What are you doing on your free time? You're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, internet. It's like our entire lives are on the internet. So I understand how, coming from an older generation, it might be hard to kind of wrap your head around how something digital can be the new money. But essentially, that's what cryptocurrency is. It's trying to solve a lot of our world's problem and make digital a lot more serious. And that's essentially what the blockchain does. It's a ledger. You have the blockchain, you got NFTs, you have a lot of Web3 technology working together to basically make these new sophisticated systems future-proof. And I'm not gonna nerd out too much into a lot of that stuff, but the fact of the matter is, the government is now starting to. Trump has already agreed to have a Bitcoin reserve for the United States. He wants cryptocurrency to be, America to be the first ones really backing crypto like that. Like he wants America to be the first ones, and that's because he understands the value of it. You have a lot of businesses now keeping Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Basically, Bitcoin is becoming legitimized. Bitcoin is a legit currency. And if you see a bunch of the world's biggest billion-dollar companies and multimillionaires and billionaires putting their money into this asset, it's probably something that you want to do. The rich just simply, they adapt quickly. Like you have people putting large amounts of Bitcoin onto their balance sheets. And that's because they see where it's going in the future. They understand. So start to move like the corporations are moving. Like don't like, and I'm not saying put every single dollar you have into Bitcoin or into an investment. It's just the you have your money in for your bills and things like that in your savings account, and then everything extra invest. But you have to learn how to invest properly. You have to learn how to protect your assets. It's not just as simple as, oh, let me buy some Bitcoin and that's it. You have to know how to actually protect your assets. So it's a lot harder and more complicated than I'm saying, but Bitcoin is where everyone should start. The government is now, like, we had two presidents. First off, Kamala didn't start off on the side of crypto, but then she tried to change her tune. And then Trump ran on the whole, oh, crypto, your Bitcoin is safe with us type of campaign. And a lot of people in politics are starting to stand behind crypto a lot more. You've had people who were against crypto switch and go full on crypto once they understood what it was. And that's what happens. The older generation are quick to dismiss. Everyone is quick to dismiss. We don't like new. We don't like change. That's just a human thing. But now we're living in an age where things are changing faster than ever before. We have technology like the dot-com bubble. That was massive change. We're changing from a world where without computers to a world where now everything in the world, almost everything, is impacted by computers. Everything involves computers in some way, shape, or form for the most part. So, and now we're taking another step into this digital age where now all of our money, all of our currency will be digital, which honestly, it's been that way for a long time now. The money that you have in your bank account isn't really there. Like, that money is not there. The bank does not have everybody's money just sitting there in the bank. That's just a number that you see on the screen. It's been digital for a long time. The thing is, it wasn't in your control. You don't really have your money. The bank has your money. You can log into the bank's little website and see what they say is in your account, but you don't actually have that. And the bank could at any point in time just, we stopping withdrawals for the day, or we stopping withdrawals indefinitely, and then you're screwed. But luckily, stuff like that has not happened, like stuff like, oh, it doesn't happen frequently, but that's the risk that you take on doing things in a centralized way. The thing with cryptocurrency is it's decentralized. There's no one who owns it. There's no one who can tell you, don't do it that way. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's your money. You can do with your money what you want to do with your money. And that's what crypto is really all about. So that's why it's an investment that's starting to really move forward and make waves in the whole financial space, because it's now becoming more and more legitimized now that the president has finally come out and said that they want to hold Bitcoin on his balance sheet. And a lot of companies are starting to come out, like, basically it's becoming more accepted and more known that it's a real thing, and more people are taking the time to get educated on it. So I would definitely recommend a starting point for an investment needs to be cryptocurrency. It needs to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the safest cryptocurrency that you could probably be in and holding. Now, you're not going to get the crazy gains and all these pumps and stuff that everyone is talking about. You're going to get some gains, but it's not going to be crazy. It's just going to be, it's just going to beat inflation. It's a good bank account. Bitcoin is really it's a good store of value. It's a good gold. That's what it is. That's the purpose that it serves right now. So, yeah, like, if you are looking to get into investing and start changing your life, take this journey down the path of crypto and really understand, get educated on what it means to invest in cryptocurrency, why it's a big deal, because all of this new technology, it's amazing. It's amazing all the problems that's being solved with crypto and Web3 and all of these products, even NFTs. I know NFTs has a bad name because of some of the ways that they've been used in the past, but that was one use case of it. That wasn't all an NFT is. All an NFT is more so about a ledger of ownership, more so than all the stuff that people make it about. It's not about these weird pictures and things like that. This is just trends. This is the way people are using the technology. And obviously, you can use any technology in a good or a bad way. A lot of things that we've seen has turned out bad, but they're like the good and real use cases are going to come. So it's important that even if you don't like the thing, you start to understand the technology and why the technology used to create the thing is important. So yeah, anyway, that being said, hopefully I explained this well. Let me know some more topics you all would like me to cover in the comment section down below. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.